We want to talk with you about the books that feed your imagination and the vices that spark your soul.
We drink, we curse, we read things. Come sit by us. Expect no judgment, just good times.
Welcome to Paper and Vices. Books reviewed, vices indulged.
Mature content warning.
I am Victoria Papers.
You sound so certain.
I'm trying.
You're-
Look, December is like the 10 minutes past bedtime of the year.
It really is. That's okay. At least you kind of know who you are, because I'm like, ugh. So, we're all good. I'm Levi's.
Yeah.
Yes.
A+.
Woohoo. How you doing?
We are both drinking ice water because for the rest of the week we're not gonna be.
Exactly. Rest of the
This
week,
is
rest of the year, rest of the month.
this is our last episode in December. 2 is enough. Y'all got better stuff to do
Yeah.
than listen to us. And if you don't, we have a bazillion hours of back catalog. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to sit here and look at your face over Zoom and be like, hey, what up, friend?
What's up? I messaged you earlier this week going, I get to see you later. It's like,
Yeah.
I love our job.
Same. This is one of the better collective ideas we've had. And we've had many collective ideas, just to clarify.
We have.
Yeah. So we're both drinking ice water. We're both, you know what's nice about this point in December? Like, you're done and you just have to ride it out. Like, you're not buying any more shit. You may have shit to wrap, but for the most part, you're probably not wrapping more shit. If you are buying shit, you are buying it online and having it mailed directly to people. Like, if you're grandma, you have to cook Christmas dinner. Sorry about that. That's not the phase of life I'm in. So it's like you do all this prep work. Even if you do holidays really low key like we do, like we chill for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But when you have children or like anyone else in your life,
There's not much chill.
There's not that much chill. And so like you do the prep and you navigate the schedule, which is like the shittiest thing because like it's Christmas, but there's still vision therapy and swim and school until like 2 days before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So you like, it's like a roller coaster. Like you do all the prep and you're going up the hill and you're going up the hill and then you crest it. You're like, this shit's gonna be over soon. Let's go to Trader Joe's and get wine. Yay! And then you just crack open a bottle and you don't stop. I have done the things. Now I will ride the log flume ride of wine. Happy holidays.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I tried really hard to start shopping early for Christmas this year, but I don't know. I'm definitely one of those people that still has a couple things outstanding, but you know, it's all good.
I think it's also one of those things that it's like, you can start whenever the fuck you want. You're going to think of someone or a situation or a thing where it's like, I need just one more thing.
Mm-hmm. True story.
Like, I mean, it's not like America was built on the greatest principles ever. Consumerism and leggings and Starbucks is kind of the culture we got. So it doesn't matter what you do. Like, I technically was done all my shopping by mid-November. If I went to Target, I'd be like, oh, I need to buy a shiny thing for a shiny person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because you need all the things, right? Especially from Target. Oh, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That drive-up shit has saved me so much money in the last few years.
Right?
Thanks, COVID.
Woo.
I guess.
I wonder, it's funny because you remember like a couple years ago, we were like, we'll be done with COVID by, you know, beginning of 2021. And we're like 2022. The whole picture is totally different from where it was. Like, I'm not complaining.
Yes.
We've made good progress. We're doing things. Yes. But it's just, I'm like, fuck, we're still talking about COVID like 2 years later. So,
Oh my
but
god, we were watching something. We finally got around. So my husband and I are huge Top Gear fans. Well, and
mm-hmm.
then the Grand Tour. Not because we like cars, but because we like Clarkson, Hammond, and May. They're just hilarious together. And Jeremy Clarkson's really funny. Like, I don't have to agree with him on everything or think he's the best person in the world to be like, this dude's highly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so we got around to watching Clarkson's Farm, and one of the episodes, because it was filmed in 2020, one of the episodes was about the beginning of lockdown, and
Mm.
apparently there is a lot that I haven't processed about just, I mean, no one has, and thank you, Lord, please continue, knock on wood, none of my people in my innerest circle have I lost to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't die. And I was very worried about that for a few weeks. Pretty sure I was more worried when you had COVID than you were.
Yeah.
Like, your mom and I had the worry handled.
Yeah.
And they were just showing pictures of lockdown and playing some, and it was from the UK. It wasn't even from here, playing some of the newsreels. And I, like, had to get up and leave the room. I got really, really upset.
Oh,
Like, that was
man.
weird and
Yeah.
unexpected. But, like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Well, it's
Yeah.
hard. Like, we lived through that, you know? So,
We
it just,
did, and
yeah.
like super blessed, like in probably every way possible. Like, yeah, financially we took a hit, but nothing like what a lot of other people went through. We were blessed to have stayed relatively healthy until vaccines came out, blah 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 blah. But it's still terrifying. So I'm glad that we are not in that level of pandemic anymore.
Yes.
I can
Agreed.
I cannot have to plan it out a week beforehand if I need to go to Trader Joe's and buy wine.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good. By the way, I almost bought you a bottle of wine at Trader Joe's the other day, and then I was like, shit, she lives in Florida. So if you go to Trader Joe's and you see Phantom wine,
Oh, I've
take a
seen those.
picture of it and I'll Venmo you the $12 and buy
Okay.
you a bottle of wine. It's really good.
All right, cool. Now I have to go to Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
This is how long distance friendships work, friends.
It is. It is.
Yes.
You Venmo each other wine and Amazon each other books.
Yes.
Keeps the spark alive, kids.
Oh man, let's talk about books. So this is like, tell me what you're reading, and then like, I guess highlights for, since this is our last episode of the year. Highlights from
I
there.
am reading A Ruin of Roses by K.F. Green. I really like K.F. Green as a writer. She has some series I enjoy more than others. This is a kind of dark and dirty retelling of Beauty and the Beast. There's a curse. Belle is a shifter, but because of the curse on the kingdom, she can't shift into her animal, and the curse fell on the kingdom when she was really young.
Wow.
The beast in the wood is, the beast.
Yeah.
Lots of character development. The prince isn't the reason that the country fell into a curse. The kingdom fell into a curse because his dad made a deal with the Demon King.
As you
So
do.
there are like demons having orgies in the castle in the Forbidden Wood, which used to be called the Royal Wood.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, really
they're
dark.
pretty.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're pretty.
yeah.
Okay. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, sexually, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, no shame in that. It's just a little more than I expected, even though it says a dark retelling of Beauty and the Beast. The world building gets like a 2.5 because she tried to do that thing that's really, really hard to do, to blend generic fantasy with our world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to do if it's not set in our world and then there's a secret world behind a closed door, or it's post-apocalyptic and all the supernatural is out in the open. So she talks about like going through the veil into the human world. It doesn't really quite work, but I understand what she was trying to do and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It also, but it's kind of jarring when like the hot guy shows up in jeans and a t-shirt, I guess.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it's not bad, and I understand why she did it. And the character development and the magic system and development are good enough that I totally forgive it. Sex scenes are interesting. They're definitely, it's a very character and plot driven novel. But the sex scenes are written like it's really good erotica. So she's definitely blending those two with a fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good book, worth reading. The second one is already out. The third one comes out early next year. I will be finishing them. But yeah, if you like shifters or fairy tales or any sort of like raunchier sided romance, definitely worth reading.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say as far as like my favorite books this year, Jesus, I've read a lot of books this year. I'm really glad that I have gotten into Audible.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in general, that has been really great this year. I think you and I have both really enjoyed the Schoolomance
Yes.
books. The Dance with the Sword, the
Yes.
Bluebeards retelling, those have been really good for both of us. Let's see. This year, it's so hard to think because it was January. Blood Air came out, which was the Kate Daniels
Oh.
daughter series sequel starter that I thought was never ever gonna happen, and then it happened, and I can't believe it was only a year ago, but it was. But yeah, I loved it so much.
When did Silver Flames come out? Was that this year or was that the end of last year?
That was A Court of Silver Flames came out this year.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, because a lot of stuff comes out in January.
I remember, because that one I read both in Audible and in print. And I remember there's a spot every time I walk by it in our local park, I think of a certain scene in that book. It was one with the Kelpie. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
where she's attacked by the Kelpie underwater.
Yeah.
I think of that scene every time I walk that same stretch. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah.
Henley Davidson, The Faceless Mage, Legends of Abria. I read the Bridgerton novels this year. Yeah. I would have to say the Naomi Novik books and Blood Air were my favorite though. I also read the whole Throne of Glass series this year. This is a great thing about having a bookstagram. I can just be like, yes, 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 no, yes, which is what I'm doing. It was in some ways a much better book year than last year was.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that plays into, like, there's a lot of, I feel like the series that we've read this year have been solid all the way through. Like, sometimes you hit a series and only, like, one of the books is, like, great. So.
Yeah. Oh, and I read my first Caitlin Doty book this year, From Here to Eternity.
Oh, that's
I
right.
just really love her voice. Really good. So, yeah, I've been pretty happy with my reading this year. I didn't keep track of it and count it like I should. You would think, because this is my job, I would do that. But we're real here, and I really don't do that.
Yeah.
So what about you? What are you up to reading wise or thinking about?
So do you remember that list sitting on my nightstand since like August?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I still have books on it that I'm trying to get through. So
to be fair, August wasn't that long ago and we've been busy.
Yeah, a little bit. So I am desperately trying to just wrap up my nightstand shit as I go into, let's just say, February. We're going to call the start of my 2022 reading in February, because I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in like the few days left of December. But
so don't send you any books until February. I should make a Post-it.
You should make a Post-it. So no, so like things like I still have like a quarter of the Green Lights book by Matthew McConaughey. I'm also doing the Church Encounter narrative by my friend Gaz, and I started the Sookie Stackhouse novels this year, so that was
Maxwell
really...
keeps sending you more Sookie Stackhouse novels whenever you're like, I should read other stuff.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's all right.
God damn you, Amazon!
Right. So it's good. So yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now, and then that also kind of ties into this year. Like, I'm really happy that I'm reading the Sookie books. I'm glad that was a good find for me this year. I'm behind, but
Did you finish Interview with a Vampire, or is that still on the stack?
No, it's still on the stack.
Maybe I should read it with you. Let me know when you start it.
Okay. I think I really messed up with that in the format that I got it because it's just such a chunk. Like I should have just spent the extra money on getting them in separate things. Because right now it's just the 3 large books in one. So
Oh, the melee weapon.
yes,
Nice.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know. Like I think that's where you already mentioned the ones that I feel like we've already talked about the ones that have really stood out for both of us, and yeah. So Sookie is my
I still have to read.
find.
I still haven't, like, I've read the first few chapters of, and then I handed it over to my husband because he would like it. Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. I'm so excited for it. I was so excited for it, but like,
Right.
I've not had the mental ability to sit down and give into the life stuff that I know it's going to be, because I know that once I haven't even read the first couple chapters. I've read half the first chapter.
Oh.
And I realized that once I sit down and start reading it, I'm going to do nothing else for 3 days and finish this damn book.
Yeah.
I have not had 3 days for that. So, and that's fine. That's totally cool. That's fine. So, yeah, no, you're not the only one that's like, yeah, I should probably get on that. I think I had this thing in high school. I had a lot of things in high school. I was a weird goth kid. And now I'm a weird semi-goth adult that doesn't give a fuck if you think I'm weird. There were points, and also high school is not great for me. My anxiety was through the roof. Where walking into a bookstore or a library was so incredibly intimidating because I knew there were so many books I wanted to read and so many stories I wanted to consume that I would never get around to. That hasn't changed, but I've kind of settled into it as an adult and been like, how wonderful is it that there are so many stories that I will never get through them all. I mean, it may be different next week. Don't ask next week. But today, I'm good with it.
Today, you're good with it.
It's like art projects and shit. You're like, here's a book of 50 really complicated gemstone quilt patterns. I want to make them all. Shit, I'm already in my late 30s. Ah, shit. Shit. And I still have to, like, eat and maintain relationships with my child and husband. So, you know. It's not going to happen, and that's okay.
The sacrifices we make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been a good year. I've been thankful. I'm so glad I got to spend time with you and the Valkyrie.
Yeah. It was definitely a highlight of the year for sure.
It was. Sitting on that couch, slightly high, watching What We Do in the Shadows, and eating ice cream.
Oh god, that's so funny.
It was gonna be such a good, like, forever memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't realize, like, we both love the Valkyrie, and, like, we know that. But I didn't realize until I saw her, just, like, how fucking much I had missed her. Because, like, I talk to you all the time, and I've had you for a lot longer. But yeah, like, she's become one of my cornerstone people when I wasn't looking, and not seeing her face for so long sucked. And it was really nice to see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not a perfect year, but certainly an improvement over last year, and I am thankful. It could be my increased Zoloft talking, and I am okay with that. There's one thing I could leave everyone with for 2022. Ask your doctor about Zoloft.
Yeah.
I am not kidding. Just fucking go and be like, do you think I need Zoloft? Even if you don't, Zoloft is your friend. You might need it for 2 weeks, 2 months, or forever. And all of those are okay.
All of them
but
are
if you
okay.
just feel a little off, a little overwhelmed, a little bit like everyone's walking on eggshells around you, including your internal voice, ask your doctor about Zoloft.
We need to start getting paid by them.
Yeah. Yeah. Who makes Zoloft? Can we get a sponsorship? Like Trader Joe's wine and Zoloft.
Yep.
And we are those white bitches, and it's okay. Hey, it's not Xanax. Not that there's anything wrong with Xanax. Or Adderall. It could be cocaine. At least it's not cocaine.
At least it's not cocaine.
So.
Alright.
Do you have anything else, really? No?
No, that's it.
So we wish all of y'all a safe and happy. I'm gonna be really honest. Real fucking boring. Real fucking boring 2022. I hope nothing exciting in any way happens in your life. I hope it's just like the Monday to Friday routine and you don't even have to go on antibiotics.
It sounds like
That
a
is my wish
horrible
for
time.
you.
No, that's like so horrible.
Just like read all the books, make new recipes, don't fucking get sick. Do not live through a global anything. Global nothings. Because in 2023 we have an election, I think. No, that's 2024. Thank God. Yeah. I wish everyone a healthy and boring 2022.
Victoria and I need to have a recap of the Enneagram because you just described all of my worst nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
fear of boredom.
Lee's wish for you is very different. Lee hopes that there's no global anything so you can go around the world and have all the adventures and backpack your children through Colombian mud that smells weird. And, like, I don't know, whatever the hell else she wants to go do. And that's great. But I hope if you go on adventures that your flights are boring and on time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope...
No drama.
No drama. No drama. No global anything. Unless it's global exploration.
Yes. Yes.
It's just... Yes, you can have global exploration. That's fine.
That's fine. You'll allow it.
If you have anything you want to say to us, anything you think we should read, any vices you think you should indulge in. Oh yeah, what are your vices this week? Shit.
Oh,
Do you have any? We didn't. My vices this week are Hershey's Hot Cocoa Kisses. I'm done. That's it. 2 bags have disappeared at our house in the last month. I never said I wasn't a fat kid.
My vice this week is talking to your face. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
Message us everywhere at Paper and Vices. Find us online at Paper and Vices. Whatever you do next year or the rest of this year, whether it's sitting at home with your needlepoint listening to dirty Beauty and the Beast retellings, or it's going and having adventures with your family and making all sorts of weird memories. I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you don't have to defy any weird local mandates to do those things. Until next time.
Don't be an asshole. Smoke a joint and take care of yourself.
This has been a production of Paper and Vices, copyright 2021. This episode is presented for entertainment purposes only, and any vice should be pursued only within the legal boundaries, common sense, and personal responsibility of each person. Please check your local laws. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual hosts and guests only, and do not in any way represent the views of Paper and Vices LLC or any named persons, nor should they be considered personal, medical, or legal advice. Previous episodes and other commentary can be found at paperandvices.com.